John travelled back to the 80s, back to the movies he fondly recalled, with Tom Cruise, Chuck Norris and Arnie, and Sly and Bruce Willis before he went bald. So
I've been thinking about doing a Star Wars review for a while, and there's plenty of stuff to pick from. Attack of the Clones, that terrible no moment in Revenge of the Sith, Greedo shooting first, but in the middle of all this there is one particular piece of shit that even George Lucas himself, the man who made Greedo shoot first, the man who invented Jar Jar Binks, the man who thought that big belchy sounds were funny and replacing Sebastian Shaw with Hayden Christensen was a good idea, something that even he's embarrassed to admit. So, let me introduce to you the Star Wars Holiday Special! By the way, before I start this review, I'd like to just apologise for the quality of the video from the film itself. The Star Wars Holiday Special, as I say, George Lucas absolutely despised it, was very embarrassed by it, and as such he's never released it on a DVD as far as I know, and he's basically tried to stop everybody from trying to get a copy of it. So the only clips that are available are on YouTube or through torrent sites.
The special starts off with a daring escape by Han and Chewie, and it's actually fairly decent if you can forgive the shaky set. They're trying to make it look like a seat of their pants by the skin of their teeth rollercoaster through from hell, but in reality it just makes the sets look like they're made out of cardboard. Even the dialogue isn't bad by Lucas standards as well, until the end.
That's the spirit. You'll be celebrating Life Day before you know it.
Hold on. Life Day? Life Day? He had an entire species that he created that he could imagine, he could bring to life in all sorts of wonderful fashions. He had the entire Wookiee language, which we'll get to in a second. And the best thing that he can do is Life Day. Life Day? Right, that's it. I'm starting my own holiday. It's going to be December the 16th. It's going to be called Brucemas. And what everybody in the world has to do is wear a pair of glasses, get a pipe, and just strut around all day, making silly scientific shit up for things that don't make sense. Half of you are going to do that now, aren't you? What have I done? Not again.
The special introduces you to Chewbacca's family as well. You have his dad, who's played by the old man from Steptoe and Son. You have his wife, who is a hell of a catch. Ooh, yeah, ooh. And you have his son, who was sadly rejected for the role of Head Oompa Loompa in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for being too hairy. So unfortunately ended up in this pile of shit instead. So the plot of the special revolves around Chewbacca trying to get back home and his family waiting for him so that they can all come together and celebrate the Wookiee holiday of Life Day. It's a nice family-based concept for a Christmas special, except for one major flaw. Wookiees don't speak English, and they have most of the screen time on this, so you end up with a lot of scenes that just end up like this. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that nobody on the internet's taken the Wookiee scenes and added funny subtitles to them, kind of like that scene in Downfall where Hitler has that huge rant. Doesn't stop me from giving it a try though. To balance out the nonsense of the main plot, there are extra entertainment clips added, usually in the guise of games or videos to keep Lumpy quiet and stop him from being an annoying little shit. It doesn't work, but good effort. There are also cameos from the big stars like Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher. Chewbacca's wife is basically contacting everyone she knows to find out exactly where her husband is. Most of the clips aren't actually worth mentioning, but there are a couple that stand out. First, there's an animated adventure story that's got something to do with a talisman that sends people to sleep. No, not the Doom DVD. It's some sort of mystical item that sends humans to sleep and they have to... Holy shit, that's Boba Fett! Yeah, this was his first appearance in the Star Wars saga, and he even gets to use his jetpack.
Life on Tatooine, brought to viewers everywhere in the hope that our own lives may be uplifted by the comparison and enriched with the gratitude of relief. This transmission is unrehearsed and unedited, and is hereby begun without further comment as to its lack of moral value.
The second noteworthy clip is set in Chalmun's Cantina. That's the one from the first Star Wars film. It stars Bea Arthur, yes, Golden Girl Bea Arthur, as a singing bartender. By rights, it should be bloody awful, but there's just something about it that captures the Star Wars feel. I think part of the appeal is, if you have a look at the subtext of the clip, it's actually a fairly grim, dark clip. It's basically a shitty little cantina on a backwater planet in the middle of nowhere, full of all sorts of scum and villainy, trying to survive under the boot of a ruthless, evil empire. And it works. Works better than a lot of the crap in the prequel trilogy. Me say Jar Jar Binks. Fucking die! One of the other things that makes the cantina scene one of my favourite parts of the holiday special is the song. It's just so catchy. I've tried to figure out the chords dozens of times, and I've never got any further than the first couple of lines, which is... A minor, F, E. I mean, it's a perfect drinking song, really, full of bitterness and disappointment as it is. If anybody can figure it out, the entire thing, shoot me a message or something and let me know what the chords are. I'll be eternally grateful, and I'll probably put some video on the Shitcase Cinema channel of us all getting together and singing and playing it. May as well.
Just one more rhyme, friend. Yes, it's a crime, friend. But you know time, friend. Time can fly. So it's good night, friend. Good night, but not goodbye.
So those are the highlights of the Star Wars Holiday Special. I would go through the entire plot of the special itself, but to be honest, it's boring. So I'll just give a brief summary. Chewbacca trying to get back to his own planet for Life Day. Chased by Imperial patrols. Imperials try to kidnap his family. Group of humans save his family. Han Solo comes along and kicks some stormtrooper ass, and then they all get together and celebrate Life Day. Life Day. The funniest thing about the entire Star Wars Holiday Special is just watching the looks on all the actors' faces as they have to spit out these incredibly awkward lines that George Lucas wrote. So let's have a look at that to end this review.
Come on, don't look so worried. Now, Chewie's not going to want to come home to a house full of long faces, is he?
Come on, Mala, let's see a little smile. Come on. There, that's better. Try to enjoy your Life Day.
Mala, it's so good to see you. Happy Life Day.
She says it may be a happy life day for you, but personally, she's seen happier ones. It is indeed true that at times like this, Artu and I wish that we were more than just mechanical beings, and were really alive, so that we could share your feelings with you.
Chewbacca!
All of you are an important part of my life, pal. I'm glad I could be here.
This holiday is yours. But we all share with you the hope.
For anybody who remembers Carrie Fisher's confession about snorting coke during Empire Strikes Back, I think this is the thing that kicked that off. Anyway, if you've got this far, just one last thing. There is a shock twist ending to the holiday special, in which it turns out that the entire thing was just a cynical vehicle for selling more toys to kids. So, for that little move, Lucas, fuck you. 6 out of 10 points, but that's only because of the cantina scene. Take that away, and it's 2.